Welcome back. This is an Aleks homework video on names and symbols of important elements. In order to play with 118 different types of matter that exist in the universe, you're going to have to be able to distinguish one from another. You're going to have to know their names and know their symbols so that you can write them down or read them. So this is just a way to force you to learn the periodic table. So very common elements are going to be ones towards the top, like the top 20 are very common, and then a few of the metals and more better known, mercury and gold and plutonium if you're going to make a bomb, stuff like that, that's going to be used. Most of the materials in the periodic table are used for different things. There are all kinds of uses for every imaginable kind of thing. God gave us dominion over this world, and we can use every rock and everything to advance our civilization, and that's what we've done. So we're going to learn. These names are, some of them very, very old, some of them from other languages, some from just every imaginable place. But as you learn them, they'll get more and more familiar. First one here is C, capital C. If you notice, all of them will be, if there's one letter, it's going to be capitalized. If there's two letters, the first will be capital and the second will be lowercase. You could never have an N followed by a capital A. That would not be anything. It has to be uppercase N, lowercase a. All right, so C is carbon. Another thing this does is it forces you to spell these things correctly. If you misspell it, Aleks is going to count it wrong, so at least it forces you to learn how to spell. Na used to be natrium back in Latin. The Romans knew this material. This is sodium, and so sodium is the name, even though the Na doesn't suggest that it is. You have to learn them. There's only a few of those. Calcium is the next, and so we want calcium is capital letter C, lowercase a, calcium. Al is pronounced differently in England than it is in America. In America, this is aluminum. In England, it's aluminium. I think they're too fancy for me. So aluminum is spelled aluminum. So in Britain, you would have to add an I in front of the U to make it aluminium. Hg is another Latinized one. This is mercury. Mercury. And you can see Mercury comes from one of the gods. One of the Greek gods, or one of the Roman gods, is Mercury. The last one, platinum. Okay, platinum is going to be capital letter P and then lowercase t. So as you have more and more and more elements, you're going to have lots of P's, and so sometimes they can confuse you as you learn the exceptions. Most of these are quite simple. Of the 118, 100 of them is totally obvious, and then you have the few that you're going to have to kind of work on. But these are the most common ones. I think you'll do fine.